pizza.
But that'd be a cat picked up by the scruff of the neck and moved.
He just was.
Yeah, and then that piece of pizza he was walking on, the dogs would get. Maybe that's why they like the cats so much.
Ah, they team up together so the dog gets the pizza.
Yeah, well, anytime the cat sticks its nose in my food, I won't eat it. I give it to the dog instead. For some reason, that's one thing I'm kind of. I can't really even eat food or drink from a bottle somebody else has. I've never known why. Alright, what am I supposed to be doing here? Alright, so I've got that on, that on. Go with who said damn it?
I think it hurt Mike. Went bonkers. I think his mic went out or something.
What the hell? Really? I've got two bandoliers on for the Manpad missile launcher, and I could actually mount a freaking stabilizer as a missile in the damn thing. What the hell? Where do we get the reloads for the missile launchers? For the magazines? Because apparently we have to reload them. What the hell?
That's Pam back.
That's really weird.
What?
The missile, I mean, I know we're supposed to get, individual ammo at some point, but the missile launcher magazines are already set up for it. Because I could actually pick up a stabilizer attachment, and it would let me load it into the missile launcher. Then I'd pick up some soda cans, use it as a soda can launcher.
Well, there are bits of lore hanging around here too, huh? I'm walking around the station and found a data pad.
Yep. Yeah, you'll find them in different locations. You just got to be paying attention. And yes, sometimes they lead to a surprise, which is why I'm not going to tell you anymore. Well, I don't want to ruin it.
No, I see that. I just funny how you said it.
Yeah, like I always said, I'll give away some things to a point. But outside of that, I don't want to ruin the experience for people. Because I hate people that do that. They put out all sorts of spoilers, and there's no fun in it for people because now they already know. just like the one that I put out. I don't know if you both heard me say it. I know Panda did. But there are things to ships that I've not shown you guys on purpose.
You all set, Panda? Whoa.
What was that?
Was that you, Panda? Hello?
I think he's off doing something with the dog, I guess.
Whatever he's doing totally fucked up his mic.
No, I cut my mic off. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I cut my mic off.
No, we just heard what sounded like a dog yelp.
Yeah, he's yelping. Stop.
So you're having trouble with your dog, and I'm having trouble with my cat. So it's Animal Day.
See, now that was my problem yesterday. Or was it the day before? I think it was the day before, and I said something about it yesterday.
You know, the other day you were saying you had trouble when your dog wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
That ever straighten itself out?
Yeah, we had to get her on some meds. So far, she's doing pretty good now. She perked up again and everything. We treated her for worms because she had worms for a while, and why are those not there? What the hell? And we thought we got it all, but apparently she had some other underlying infection or something, I guess.
Hey, back again, I see.
Oh, shut up. Maybe that's a code word for the NPCs to turn the kiosk off. He started yapping, and I told him to shut up, and my kiosk stopped working.
Smart buy.
Shut up. See if there's anything worthy of purchasing here.
Hi, welcome.
Did you
I
come
don't
back?
want to visit again.
Do I?
Okay, yes, yeah.
I think you're going to be happy with that.
Yeah, those are expensive now. I think they've upped the price on a lot of these guns. Because it's sure as hell a lot more expensive than they were.
Good purchase.
Yeah, just for currency and inflation, you know.
Yeah, I guess. They decided to start following the U.S. dollar for their economic model for inflation. Yeah. Well, and it's working. Because everything's going freaking through the roof in prices.
Yep.
Nice to see you again.
I think.
I'm gonna call it a night though.
Boy, everybody calling it early tonight.
Yeah. Alright guys, have a good one.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Or the next day. Or the day after that. Yeah, I probably won't play long then either. Maybe do a couple things and call it a night. What about you?
I don't know.
You too? Is that what you're saying? Or are you just gonna play regardless?
If no one else is going to be on, I might play a little bit. But...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I might finish up what I already started. It's not like the game's gonna disappear.
Yep.
And a break from it actually is a good thing, so. And once it's released, we'll probably never stop playing. It'll be real life that we take breaks from. Okay, that's odd. Showing me a missile
What's
count.
that?
Oh, it's showing me a missile count of 6 on this ship I'm taking out. But I only see 4 mounted. And they're also 2 different kinds, but it's showing me the same type across.
Maybe the other 2 are hidden someplace?
No, this has got to be a bug. Because it's also showing me that all 6 are the same weapon, same missile. And there's actually 2 different kinds I put on here. So it's got to be a bug. Because there's only supposed to be 4 on this ship. I'm flying a Buccaneer.
Yep.
I assume you've seen this one?
Yeah.
Landing.
One of the 2 giant engines on the side flies really fast.
Yeah, the Hoovers.
Starboard impact warning.
Hoover vacuums. That's what it used to sound like, sound effect wise.
Yeah.
But it's a fast and nimble and heavily armed ship. Because I replaced the, I've got the 4 guns on the wings, and then I replaced the gimbal mount on top with a dual gun turret.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize there's a spinal mount for this ship. For some reason. They don't realize it. Wait a second. Is that a frickin'...
This might sound bad, but friggin', I can't wait until Jumptown is over so everyone's done fixating on it.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure why. Not going to change anything.
I don't really tell, like, you know, some even our guys like Panda, bringing us this Jumptown stuff right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
That's why
agree. I agree.
We've done, like, nothing else, period, other than Jumptown since it started, and
Yep.
haven't really gotten anywhere.
Yep. On the side, I've actually been working on some stuff that I want to do as a unit, but with all the Jumptown shit going on, I've been waiting.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that interests me about Jumptown is if it was easier to friggin', you know who was the drug dealers and who was the confiscators, so you
Yeah.
actually do drug enforcement against it.
Right.
So right now you don't know who's who.
Right.
So I'd be sitting there like a click away with a sniper rifle, picking off drug dealers as they came in.
Yep. That's the way to do it. They ever figure out that's what was going on? Did you do that, and did they ever figure it out?
No, I haven't been able to yet. And I still haven't helped me zero my rifle yet.
Yeah, shit. Maybe in the next couple of days, then I'll help you do it. What's tomorrow? Actually, probably have to be Friday. Because tomorrow and the next day, depending on what the wife wants or doesn't want to do. Wait, today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, so tomorrow, depending on what she wants. So Friday. Because I don't want to get... That's the other reason I haven't done these scenarios, because when she's off, you know, there might be other stuff going on.
Yeah. Yeah, today's Wednesday. I thought you said today was supposed to be you guys going out for your anniversary.
Yeah, it was, but with the snow and cold, we just decided to postpone to the weekend.
Well, I was kind of surprised to see you here. I'm like, oh, he's here.
Yep. No. She wasn't, after working and stuff, she wasn't in the mood for anything, so. But that's, after you spend the day inside all cozy up with the fireplace and the snow outside, you don't feel like going anywhere, so. That's understandable, especially when it's below zero.
Yeah. Unless you're on a snowmobile.
Yeah, and we don't own one of those. Grew up with them. Had them all the time.
How do you live up there with all that land and don't have a snowmobile?
Four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive truck. It goes all over the place. Back into the woods, the whole 9 yards. And I also have my four-wheel drive tractor. Although it's not quite the same, but
yeah.
You know. But I'll take the truck around, yeah.
I have to get it running again because the fuel lines are broke or rotted out on it. But my mom gave me her 1979 John Deere Spitfire.
What the hell is that?
The snowmobile.
Oh, really?
John Deere snowmobile, the little teeny one.
I've never seen one. I never knew John Deere made them.
Yeah, they made them from the 60s and 70s. They made snowmobiles.
Wow. Never knew that. Yeah, we had let's see. My dad was one of those that, you know, he'd buy secondhand and off-brand name and Boland's and Viking and, you know, the models that nobody's ever heard of before. It's like, jeez. That Viking snowmobile was a freaking tank. But that thing was like reliable. Had like a freaking one-cylinder engine. But it, you know, it'd start right up. Unlike the Boland's, which was a pain in the ass. It was hit or miss whether it was ever going to start. It was fast when it did, though. And as a kid, of course, I was always like, can't we get an Arctic Cat?
Yeah, my family always had John Deere's, Arctic Cats, and Formulas.
I think Formulas came out long after I was gone.
My grandfather was in the drag racing and hot rodding, so he had to have the fastest he could get.
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, Arctic Cats were the big one.
Landing bay.
Oh, that is scary. It just quantum drove me through the space station.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't block you from even starting quantum.
I think it was because it was the rotating part of it, so I think it was probably out of sync.
Yeah, because normally it'd give you a destination block error and you'd have to move away from the station.
Yeah, I think it was just out of sync. That's why I didn't block or didn't hit it.
this thing doesn't have any brakes. Holy shit.
What I found, the brakes on most of the fighters suck.
Yeah, well, this one's really bad. Actually, the brakes work fine. It was the reverse thrust. Trying to slow down.
Front impact
Pull the
warning.
throttle back, and I'm just keeping on going.
Impact warning. Deck impact warning.
I found the same thing with this Ghost.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, because I've been forced to drive these big ships for the last 2 weeks. Oh, wait, Panda's gone. You know, I've been giving him shit because I've been trying to get him to get the message. You know, subtly.
Yeah.
Let's do something else.
Oh, well, you heard me yesterday, right? When you was trying to get us to go, like, how about we do some mining or something?
Yep.
You know,
And I agreed with you right away.
Impact warning.
I know. Like, we've been fine for a couple of days now.
Yep.
That he was already there causing trouble. It's like, shit, can't leave him alone.
Yep.
He's like that private you have that's always in the bars getting in trouble, so you have to go with him.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
You know the guy I'm talking about. Every unit has
Thank
one.
you.
Yep.
I was always responsible for the weekend, so I had to babysit.
Yeah.
And if you're in a unit, you don't know who that guy is. Guess what? You're that guy.
Yep. That's right. And you especially know you're that guy when you get a laundry bag party. See, you guys, I think you guys use the blankets and sheets blanket party.
Yeah, it's called blanket party.
Yeah, we use laundry bags. They get shoved into. Huh?
Socks with soap.
Well, no, they get shoved into it. If they're, you know, a pain in the ass, they'll get, you know, a few bruises here and there. We're not evil, but if they're what we even consider maybe a danger to others, in the middle of the ocean, where when you go outside the skin of a warship, there's no light at all. Ships are full darkened. So when you walk out the skin of a ship, it is pitch black. You could put your hand in front of your face and you won't even see the outline. And unless the moon's up. But we take them outside the skin of the ship and hang them over the railing. Usually they straighten right up. Because I mean, they don't know where you're taking them. Nobody says a word. And because we had one guy that not only was he an asshole, but he did something that jeopardized the lives of a couple of people. And he found out real quick what happens and what would happen if he did it again.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're a little more brutal. We'd wrap them up in their blankets to their bed and take socks with bars of soap in it and beat the crap out of them.
Yeah.
And if you do it right, and the soap's slightly wet, it doesn't leave any bruises because the soap actually smushes when you hit them with it.
Yeah.
But it hurts like a motherfucker.
Yep. It's just dependent on the level of the situation.
Yeah.
Now, of course, they pull that shit. Court-martial.
If you get caught.
Yeah, but warships today and stuff all have cameras now, and you know, blah 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 blah. Since they started the smoking ban, things have gone south. Especially with tradition. We can't even do the frickin' crossing the equator stuff anymore the way it used to be done.
Yeah, I've heard. I know a couple people that are still in the Navy and they bitch about that.
Yep.
Because someone got offended. They said they were sexually harassed during it.
Yep.
Isn't that part of the point, is being sexually harassed?
Well, no, not really. It's the only sexual part of it is the chief and the chief that plays the queen.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not really sexual harassment against the people, crew members, and anything that is done you know, like when your face is smushed into the chief's belly with the cherry in his belly button shit with the grease all over it. It happens to everybody. It's not like you're singled out. The only part that I had issue with was the wet the wet fire hoses because that left marks.
Yeah. I still remember when I got blood pinned with my CIB and my E5s.
Oh yeah. Can't do that anymore either.
We weren't allowed to do it then either, but we still did. What happens with the blood pinning of the CIB, Commandery Infantryman's badge, that was in theater, so what happens in theater stays in theater.
Yeah.
Then I got my 5s, I had to run the gauntlet. Technically that's illegal too.
Yep.
But in the Mountain Warfare unit, our commander at the time, of course this was 2006 still, so it wasn't super bad, but it was just beginning to get bad. He was a SF guy, so he kind of turned a blind eye to a lot of shit. That's why we came back alive.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is, since even that period, it's gotten much worse.
Oh, God, a freaking shitload worse. I wouldn't want. I'm happy I got medically retired 4 years ago.
Yep.
I would have gotten in trouble.
Yep.
I was already getting in trouble. I was transferred. After I hurt my back, I got became a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
I got transferred from a line unit to a forward support company. And I got in trouble for yelling at freaking, treating the privates and specialists like different privates and specialists.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's definitely a different world.
Yep.
They threatened to write me up because there was a kid when I was in Cuba. I told him to take the garbage out.
Yep.
He literally said, "Fuck you, Sergeant, I'm not going to do what you tell me." So I went open loop on him and threatened to kill him. And he actually would have reported me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? This is not how this works.
Yeah.
When his squad leader came up to me to give me shit, I'm like, do you realize that he's lucky I'm not in the line platoon line unit anymore? Because he would have literally been punched in the face.
Yeah, really.
If I told one of my infantry NCOs, I'd be missing teeth.
Yep. Yes. And now they're putting together these loyalty tests, but they don't call them that.
No.
That's why a lot of my peers are getting out.
And like almost everyone I know from the Alpine Warfare unit, we're all retired now.
Yep. A lot of people are leaving.
Some of them wanted to do their like 30 years, but there's no point.
Well, it's not just that there's no point. It's now you'll get in trouble for looking cross-eyed.
Yeah.
And it's all politics. It's not that you actually do something wrong. It's that you have the wrong politics now. And the sad part is this country, the people of this country are going to frickin' figure out what they've done when somebody attacks us and we can't defend ourselves.
Yep.
That's when it's going to come to Jesus moment. It's going to be when the public finally realizes, maybe we went too far.
Think about that. You see the mainstream media is actually talking about the checks going for the missiles on Chinese ships coming into the U.S. ports.
Uh-huh.
I was surprised last night. I was watching a thing on my phone and it came up with a little thing from CNN, like, do you want to watch this next? And it was a news report earlier in the day talking about delays at the California ports due to checking for Chinese missiles on the ships.
Yep.
It's like, they actually made it public finally, sort of.
Yep. I'm surprised they made it
for a while.
Well, yeah, and I had told you about it before in a non-classified sense.
Yeah. I friggin' what you call it, Strat Force had stuff on it for about 2 years now.
Yeah. The sad part is they can check all the ships they want. China could sit
Find them.
right, and China could sit 50 miles off the coast and launch
Yeah.
them. And by the time we know it, it'd still be too late. Cruise missiles.
That's why they made a big deal about that hypersonic cruise missile.
Yeah.
Just off of international waters, you have less than a 5-minute warning time from launch to impact.
Well, no, for a hypersonic, you'd have less than that.
Yeah, as I said, less than.
Yeah, if they sat 50 miles off the coast with the standard cruise missiles today that are not hypersonic, just a standard 500 knot cruise missile, it would literally take about 7 minutes to go inland. If they were hitting the ports, it'd be about 4 minutes. But to go inland and hit electrical infrastructure, it'd be about 7 minutes. If they were going to go in central, like say over the mountains, it would take probably about 15 minutes at that speed. And we still wouldn't be able to stop them because we have no defenses against any such thing. If they use hypersonic missiles, it would probably take, if they have the technology to launch hypersonics that are not orbital, it would take literally 2 minutes to get to Colorado from the coast. But right now the only thing we think they have are hypersonics that are still orbital, suborbital.
Yeah. That's how they get the speed, by going up to the
Whoa.
upper atmosphere.
What the hell?
What?
Somebody just launched on me. Holy shit. And I don't have a contact on my radar. What the hell? Now I do. Die, you son of a bitch. And it's pitch black, and I'm in atmosphere fighting this guy.
Yeah, that's why I end up adjusting my gamma and brightness when the planet's atmosphere is too dark.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't like doing that. I like to fly as it's going to be. Because if I don't do it now... Oh, this sucker's in a frickin' M50. No wonder he's so damn fast. Yeah, but I don't like night vision in games. So I depend on, when I fly in games especially, because I'm certified as a field pilot, I use instrumentation. And I may not be the best pilot in the world, but I think you guys can tell at least I can fly.
Yeah.
Got him.
I'm a fairly crappy pilot.
Oh shit. It's a good thing I pulled back on the throttle. Because I am...
Right before you killed them, they like to be right against the ground.
Yep.
I flew up earlier because of that. I disabled them because I had the distortion cannons.
Yeah.
And that's why I was lighting them up, and I couldn't see the ground. And all of a sudden, he blew up, and then I saw underneath him and noticed it was the surface.
Yep.
Like, oops.
That was fortuitous.
Distortion cannons actually work pretty good.
Yeah, that's why I told you guys. I always a couple distortion cannons and a couple other cannons.
The only problem I'm having with them is they're always overheating on me.
That's why I fire in bursts. Or I doubled my trigger, so one fires and then the other one fires. In other words, I'll use one until they overheat, and I'll use the other trigger for the other one. And fire those until the other ones are ready too. If I need an alpha strike, I'll pull both triggers.
Yeah, it's like this ship has 3 different types of weapons on it, so.
Yeah, they gotta fix that again. That's just.
Yeah. I was like, when I was first trying to figure it out, I saw a couple of videos from like 2015, 2016 that showed people with like 4, 5, 6 fire groups. It's like, nice. So I realized they removed that from the game.
Yeah. Now, who was saying there was no cave missions? Because I just found one. I just got one.
Yeah, I haven't been getting any cave search missions.
Yeah, we are seeking. I'm near Microtech. It could be your area you're in too, you know.
I've been doing it from Microtech.
Yeah, I just got one for Akira Hackney, who last reported to be heading to a cave on Microtech. Cave can only be accessed on foot, and you can get them now that are on foot and by ship.
Yeah, hardcore is where I am, not microtech. God, I'm horrible with locations. My short-term memory fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's my issue too.
My doctor says it has to do with being blown up too many times.
Yep, that's actually what my, even though I tell people it's my medication, that's actually the problem. Same thing.
Yep.
So TBI.
Yep.
But I don't like to tell people because then they start thinking you're nuts. Because they don't understand what TBI actually is.
And then the VA tries to say it's all PTSD. It's like, no, this is kind of different, but you know.
Well, actually, I don't know what, you got to get out of that VA because my VA is awesome compared to what you're dealing with. They've never done that to me.
Yeah, I'm stuck. The only VA within 100 miles, pretty much.
Yeah, but you can request a transfer if you want to go further. That's your right. If you think you're having problems with that hospital, the VA has to assign you to them, and they will do so.
Even though one of the biggest training Navy bases for flag officers is right down the street from me, almost no one takes TRICARE. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I thought
every single Navy officer of the U.S. Navy has to go through Newport at some point in their career.
Well, most of them probably go to the base.
Yeah, but their families are here too. So.
Yeah, but their families would go to the base if there's no TRICARE facility.
Yeah, here the base is only for military personnel. They don't see the families.
Because when I was down by Fort Riley,
it's only a small clinic.
Yeah, when I was down at Fort Riley, my wife had to go to Fort Riley with me.
Yeah. Here is they only have a small clinic. It's not even a full hospital.
Oh, that's probably why then. Well, Portsmouth
has a nice hospital here, but once the fleet pulled out, they.
Well, Portsmouth, yeah, Portsmouth's not that far from Norfolk.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
So why not go to Norfolk Naval Base?
No, this is Newport. It's Rhode Island.
Oh, Rhode Island. I'm thinking Portsmouth.
No.
Wait, they pulled the subs out? They pulled the subs out?
No, the subs are down in Groton.
Yeah. How far away is that?
Well, about an hour and a half.
Oh, so it'd be a lot longer drive, but it would be an option. You get paid for the mileage.
Yeah.
See, in that sense, I'm lucky though. Everything is covered for me because I'm 100%.
Yeah. Well, all my normal stuff covered by the VA. The only reason I wanted to go on the outside is because I've been having all the trouble with them freaking just telling me to live with it and not really doing anything about my injuries and shit.
Yeah, see, if I were you, I'd request transfer. Go to a different, even if you have to drive farther, go someplace else. Because I had a problem with the doctor, and there wasn't where I am now, it was someplace else.
Yeah.
And I requested transfer, and they had to give it to me.
Landing complete.
I drove probably 50 miles more than what I was, but I was like, I started getting back on the normal care, and that's the only place I ever had a problem. And but up here, even this hospital, I can't. They've never ever treated me like that. TBI and PTSD are two completely different things, and I went through the whole PTSD evaluation, and they were actually shocked that I don't have PTSD, with exception to dreams. I have the dreams, but I'm not in any danger or need of any kind of control medication or anything because of how I do. Apparently I compartmentalize things differently. So, I don't know. And for me, my toughest time was coming home And it wasn't actually combat that bothered me. It was not knowing what to do, how to do it, where to go. A complete and utter, entire change to my lifestyle that I didn't recognize. And I missed who I was. I didn't have an identity.
Yeah. Totally understand.
Thank you. And please use it again.
I missed my war.
Well, it wasn't really that I missed. It was more like my family.
Yeah.
And part of the problem was it was so abrupt for me, because I was on med hold for 3.5 years for the final years, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I had 2 weeks to go without any warning or nothing. You know, the doctors just decided, the med board just decided I was done. It's like, shit. I think the biggest frustration for me, though, is when I came home, especially, and how clueless I found everybody to be back home.
Yeah.
That was the biggest problem I had, was like, how can you people be this stupid? I mean, that was literally how I thought. How can you not have the common sense to see what's going on? I mean, I think the biggest shock was finding out about the Patriot Act, that they had allowed that to even be passed.
Yeah.
Patriot Act. It's more like Anti-Patriot Act.
That's unanimous.
Yeah. All out of fear because of 9/11. And nobody bothered to read it, obviously.
Obviously not.
And now today, it was supposed to also be sunsetted.
Yeah, but then when it came to sunset, they...
Yep. The day will come that they're going to regret it. I guarantee you. Politicians are going to realize what they did, and it'll be too late. It's going to be too late. You can see the trends now. And the sad part is there's a lot of idiots in this country that they have no clue. They think that anybody like me or you is stupid and has no idea what reality is, and our morals are bull, whatever. And they have no idea what is going on in reality, or how they're being controlled.
My cat just jumped on my keyboard, and now my movement keys are changed from my WASD keys to my center fucking arrow keys. I can't how to turn them back.
Is there a keyboard setting for your...
Missile locked.
That'll do that for your keyboard?
No. That's the end game. Just have a cheapy keyboard.
Fire.
Son of a bitch!
Why is my missile not firing? Fucking game. Oh, there's 2 of them? And just when my missiles won't frickin' fire, of course. Yep, there's 2 of them. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Downward impact warning.
Oh, damn! There was 3 of them, and
Good.
I hit the ground. Yeah, the Buccaneer needs some thruster work. 'Cause I had plenty of room, but it just kept on going. I think I'm going to call it. I feel like restarting everything again since I just frickin' blew up. Actually, I could go back there. I got to get my shit. Yeah, I think I'll go back and get my stuff first. How in the hell did I end up at Grimhex? And now I'm dying in the hospital. What the hell? Wow. The freaking medical bed was killing me.
How the hell?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Unbelievable. So I had to jump back in the bed to let it now heal me. Where the hell am I? Oh, it sucks. And of course the mission remains there, so I guess I'm going to have to take this guy out before I can even pick up my body. Sure like to know why my missiles wouldn't fire. They locked on.
How far away were you? Too close?
Nope, it was within the green. Started out at about 6K, and by the even down to 2K, they still would not fire. With a solid lock on. I'm finding that in some ships. What was the other ship I was flying that I couldn't launch? Constellation. I couldn't launch the size. I could launch the size 1s, I could not launch the size 2s. Whoa! What the hell? Freaking take off in an Avenger and the nose goes straight up to the roof. I didn't realize the Penguin has such long legs. Nice. I can fly to Mike L1 from Grimhex, one hop.
still no sign of Delta, huh?
Nope.
I have a feeling we won't be seeing him again.
I don't think so.
No, not for his rage thing. You saw how he's just going to return the game.
No, I didn't.
And when that day when he was talking about how friggin' if you can't get it fixed soon, he was going to return the game.
Huh.
Did you ask? Oh, they have a return policy.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't realize he was being serious.
Yeah, he was being serious.
About 2 freaking keys that don't work.
Yep, that's why I told him to stop having a temper tantrum.
Huh.
He seems more like the arcade style player. And I remember him getting pissed off at the turrets because he couldn't do like arcade stuff inside the turrets.
Yeah, I only played with him a couple. Yeah, I know. I only played with him a couple times, so that's fine. I kind of wondered about that when Panda told me he was 15.
Yeah. This isn't exactly a young kid's game, really.
Right. Well, not only that, it was the fact that Panda went against what I had said too. Was nobody gets approved without me.
Yeah.
And
The only reason I think my son might actually stick with the game if I get it for him, because he wants to fly ships with me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if family members are part of it, then I don't have a problem with that. But like I had mentioned, I just don't want, you know.
Yeah. All these random kids that.
Yep. Or random people even.
Yeah.
I know a couple of the newer people we've gotten lately who are former military are signing on because of watching us on the stream and stuff. And
like that guy you recruited yesterday or this morning?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I just logged out, logged back, and still my WSD keys aren't working.
Your what aren't?
My WASD?
Look at your keyboard software.
It has no software.
Well, what's your keyboard?
It's just a dumb keyboard. It's like Dragon or something stupid. It's a regular keyboard.
Because some keyboards have a mode key, and it'll switch the damn mode of the keyboard. That's one of the reasons I got rid of that Cooler Master. It had a mode key, and if you hit it, it put the keyboard into mimicking a console controller. And you hit that key by accident, which was right there. I didn't know what it was for. I never used it. And all of a sudden, nothing worked. Or if it worked, it was backward, did odd things. I'm like, what the fuck? And then eventually I find out that, oh yeah, it can be changed into this console controller mode. I'm like, what the? That should be something it would be like a multiple key tap to have happen, not a cat steps on a frickin' key and switches it automatically. Because that's what actually happened to me.
Yeah, it was not anyway. My cat jumped up, sat on my keyboard, and now friggin' my arrow keys work as walking, and my WASD don't work at all.
Yeah, it sounds like some key combination switched that keyboard into either that switched into a different mode, or double check and make sure it didn't somehow load a different key map file in the game. Reload your setting key maps. Did you save yours out?
No.
Oh God, that's why That's why I've been telling everybody, save your key map file, because you're going to be using it a lot. Shit. You already exited the game, you said, right?
I'm back in the game, and I exited and left the loader and everything.
Oh, go into options and see what the mappings say.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Because if they're all changed, I bet you that's what happened. Whatever combination of keys that Cat hit loaded a different key map file. And I have no idea what that would be. It's probably not even known in the community. probably something just for developers. With a G19, you could do the same thing. You could hit one of the memory keys and switch to a different mode. But it was usually just different key maps, not actually turning the keyboard into something it's not. Part of me wants to plug my G19 back into this computer, but I'm like, you can't get them anymore, and it's all, the good one that I still have. Well, I've got 3 good ones, but 2 of them, the keys are all worn off. Because that was the one fault in them, the keys wore through. You know, so all the lighting behind it pops through, and it's not just the lettering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised somebody has not made a sticky film based replacement key map that you could stick on each key that's worn. You know, it's transparent so the light still comes through, but it blocks any of the holes that were made. Because they'd make a lot of money with those. Because the more you use these keys, the more it wears.
Yeah. My settings are the same.
Well, that's weird. Hope it didn't do something that changed your actual profile. Although that would be one thing to try, actually. Exit the game and the launcher, delete the user directory, and then load in clean, including the launcher. Because that'll delete your current profile and set everything back up default. If that doesn't work, the only thing I can think of, whatever keystrokes the cat hit, change something in Windows itself. Your key binding maps or whatever, your style, keyboard language, something like that. Did you get all that?
Uh-huh. I'm just fucking with it, trying to...
If you do a manual map, is it taking?
Please proceed to assigned
You know, if you
landing bay.
remap a key, is it taking it properly?
I'm trying to figure out what key the cat hit.
Oh, yeah, good luck with that. Because it could be a combination of 2, 3, 4, however big its butt is. And in a certain sequence, too. It's like trying to find a password for something that you don't know the password to.
Proximity alert aft.
Oops. Dumbass.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing
I don't do
complete.
that very
Have a
often.
pleasant stay.
came down for a
Yeah.
landing and forgot to lower the gear.
I must say with the cure, is seeing my WASD as the arrow buttons, and the arrow buttons as my WASD.
So something switched, probably not in the game then. Could be a
Yeah.
Windows setting. It put it, oh yeah, it'd be like a game, it put the keyboard into like a game mode.
Yeah.
And I bet that's in Windows settings. And you're in Windows 11, so that I can't help you with. Which is kind of weird. This machine, which is my new system, it's not the new build I'm going to be making, but this machine's only a few months old.
Uh-huh.
And it says it's not Windows 11 compatible. Now figure that one out.
Yeah, it's kind of, there's some weird thing in the process. Not all of the new processors are covered by Windows 11.
Yeah, it's like,
Whichever one it is, there's some certain protocol it needs to run.
which is
Thank you.
weird because this is a brand new i9 9900K and supporting motherboard with a Z390 chipset. I mean, it's like, that doesn't make any freaking sense. But hey, at least I don't have to worry about Windows 11 working on it. Because remember I said I'm not going to Windows 11.
I wonder if it's something like sticky keys or something.
Are they going to do the Windows 11 upgrade again, free for everybody?
Yep.
Are they?
Yeah, that's what happened to me. That's how I got it.
Huh.
Someone hit the yes button instead of the no button.
Quantum travel initiated. Landing gear enter.
Yeah, the next one will be, do you want us to install this virus? Yes. Can we wipe all your...
It's called antiviral software.
Yeah, I don't even run that. Yeah, but you know, I don't even run that. I never have.
Yeah, I right out of the friggin' Dell has this mandatory and you run the friggin' Windows one.
Oh, the Windows one, I don't... Yeah, that's different.
And then it comes with McAfee.
Yeah.
Reloaded. You delete McAfee, it automatically reloads it on.
The Windows one.
Even Mr. McAfee, before he was suicided, called his own original product a virus. And if he knew what they were turning it into, he would have never sold the company.
Yeah. Well. Just because you're crazy and think people are out to get you, doesn't mean they aren't out to get you. You've heard that phrase before, right?
Hey, there's actually a YouTube video here. What to do if your WASD stops working and becomes your arrow keys.
There you go. So it was Windows?
That sounds like.
Huh. Well, the first thing you ought to add to that is make sure cat does not jump on keyboard and sit. How to prevent this from happening. Keep cat away from keyboard.
I need to move my computer out of the living room.
Quantum travel initiated. Quantum travel complete.
try this again. See if I can beat all 3 of these ships to get my corpse back with this little penguin ship I brought. It's the Avenger, but I call it the Penguin.
Ah. Okay, that's what you do. It's the function key and the W.
Ah.
It's called gaming mode.
Yeah. So that's what I figured when I said it sounds like it's part of the gaming mode thing.
Yeah. That's why I think like freaking Delta's problem with something that with his keyboard or
Yep.
his computer
That's
not
it. Yep.
considered the game.
Yep. And I bet you that's what it was. Something got set wrong or tapped wrong on his keyboard.
Yeah, I remember him saying he had some kind of funky gaming keyboard too, like freaking the Cheesis or something, one of the expensive ones. So there's so many settings in those damn things.
Yep. This one fires.
Proximity alert. Hit. Proximity alert.
I wouldn't want to use one in this game for the sole purpose that it's still an alpha and everything's changing. Something dangerous. I had all kinds of macros set up. Or something shoot through my keyboard cable so I hit my achievement.
Proximity alert. Hit.
Got him then.
Son of a bitch!
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch. Oh, I think he's gonna crash. He's going down. Oh! Now that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I hit him, I did enough damage that he started spiraling into the ground. This freaking eclipse is pissing me off. His backup. Where are you? Piece of shit. Oh, you don't like that, do you? Oh, come back here. There's a piece of your ship flying off, too. Ahoom! It was pretty cool because his ship broke up in pieces. I know I saw my corpse here. Where was it? There it is. Pieces started coming off of his ship and he started slowly spiraling in an arc toward the ground. And just before he impacted he was probably 50 feet above the ground, secondary hit, and then the ship exploded. It looked like, some of those World War II games where you watch the airplanes lose a wing and spiral slowly down and then impact the ground.
Yeah.
That was pretty damn cool for this game.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
You know what I was just thinking? I'm looking at armor pieces, cutting up some armor.
Uh-huh.
You said you wanted different things for different ranks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How about helmet color?
Yeah, but that'd look kind of odd. What the hell?
Not there's still so much to do. I was thinking, and with how uncustomizable the armor in this, it's kind of hard for anything not to look odd.
What the hell?
Because usually, you'd have like on the shoulder palette drawn on one side a different color, but you're not allowed to do that.
I don't get it. Every time I move my ship, my Looks like my corpse is moving underground. Yep, it fell through. Maybe it fell through the ground. 'Cause that's just strange. Now the marker's gone. Where'd the marker go? Oh no, there it is.
Proximity alert. Hit. Proximity alert. Hit. Landing gear deployed.
Well, at least I got the bounty. I think my body... I don't think the mountains on these planets are not moons, are not registering solid correctly. Because I hit the top of a ridgeline, and I'm outside the ship. Where the hell did it go? There it is. And the corpse is saying it's 1,000 meters below me. Well, if these ridge lines are 1,000 meters high from ground level,
Yep.
you know, sea level, whatever, then they're under, they fell through the mountain to the sea level. And then that's where it stops. So it's, if I could get in the model of the mountain, I could probably walk right to it.
Proximity alert. Hit. Landing gear returned.
Oh, damn. That sucks.
Yeah, that's why I've started flying combat missions just in my flight suit.
Yep.